On this credit journey, from time to time, you may read or hear someone say something like, I'm credit gardening, or I'm headed to the garden. What is credit gardening? Not to worry, my friends. Not only will this video cover its definition, I'll be sharing the benefits of credit gardening, the secrets of its success, and some of my favorite advice to help you stay focused and inspired. So stay tuned. Thank you all for your time and welcome back to the House of OB, where we share content focused on personal and business credit strategies and financial literacy, with the intent to inspire others to make better financial decisions. If you would be so kind, like, comment, subscribe. It's free and it helps support this channel by getting it out to others who may benefit from it. This channel is all about helping others. As my father freely gave to me, so I'm freely giving it back to you. So stick around for that blueprint and those free gems, and let's get right into it. What's credit gardening? It simply means that you are ceasing from applying for new credit while managing your existing accounts. So, why garden? It's really to improve your credit profile and score. Much like a houseplant or a garden, your credit requires consistent care and attention. When you're gardening, you want to do all that you can to promote growth of your credit profile. But to many people, being in the garden can seem more like being exiled in a desert, especially for those in the credit game pursuing all those sign-up bonuses. Keeping it real, it can get addicting for some. But it doesn't have to be that way. When you realize the benefits of gardening and the secrets to maximize growth in multiple ways. Gardening can help you get to that next level, making you a more appealing applicant to lenders. Whether that be in preparation to purchase a home or a car, or that next round of credit cards, all while putting you in a position to boost your credit score. How to maximize your efforts in the garden? You gotta focus on your paper. Nah, not that paper. Focus on your PAPUR, which stands for planning, aging, payments, utilization, and removal of derogatory or incorrect information. Success starts with planning. I recommend a plan that covers your actions before you go into the garden, as well as while you're in the garden. When starting off with a thin credit profile and about to go into the garden, plan to open 2 to 3 accounts relatively at the same time, preferably same day or same week. Those new accounts will age together and their hard inquiries will stop having an impact on your score in 12 months at the same time. In 24 months, those hard inquiries will fall off your credit report together. For example, if you open 2 accounts on the same day or the same week, in a year, your average age of accounts will be 1 year. But if you open a new account one day and another new account a year later, your average age of accounts for those 2 cards will be 6 months because that second card dropped the average age of your credit history. Now, with an established credit history, one can be more aggressive if it fits your budget and goals. You may want to consider a credit spree of 4 to 6 cards that includes double dipping to minimize the number of hard inquiries and spread them out across 2 or 3 of the major credit bureaus. This will reduce the impact of new inquiries to one credit bureau. For instance, with a credit spree in one day or just a few days apart, creditors pulling from Experian will see new inquiries on Experian, and those pulling from Equifax and TransUnion will see new inquiries on their respective reports, but all 3 major bureaus will not see the new accounts until approximately 30 days later when those new accounts report to all 3 credit bureaus. In other words, the right hand may not know what the left hand is doing while you obtain multiple credit products that will have the same average age of accounts in 1 year, producing just 3 inquiries if you have a good strategy, or a maximum of 5 inquiries, but that's spread across 3 bureaus. My friends, I'm calling it. Recognize. That's game. Make sure you give yourself a hard deadline as to how long you will stay in the garden. Perhaps it's for 6 months, or maybe even longer, up to a year. But once you have a goal, stick to it. While in the garden, continue to plan for the long term. What's your credit plan for when you come out of the garden? Perhaps it's refinancing or getting a HELOC. Maybe it's as simple as getting under Chase's 524 or more business funding. You've planted the seeds of new trade lines. Now it's time to use them and let them grow over time. In other words, age. Every month that you're in the garden, abstaining from getting new credit, it helps your average age of accounts. Remember the 5 key factors of your credit report. Age of accounts makes up 15% of your credit score. On an 850 scale, that's a maximum of 128 points, but it goes deeper than that. With age, inquiries stop impacting your score after 12 months and fall off after 24. While too many inquiries can hurt how you look to credit lenders, if you're in the garden long enough, some of your old inquiries may fall off, giving you a less aggressive look. Age also relates to your payment history. With payment history comes more data points. The longer the string of data points of on-time payments, the better. Remember, your payment history at 35% makes up the largest factor of your credit score, so you definitely want to keep that payment history on time. While in the garden, you still want to keep your overall utilization to under 30%, but ideally under 10% when your credit cards report to the bureaus. Utilization is 30% of your credit score. If you're seeking credit limit increases, use those cards, pay them down quickly so you don't have to have them reporting high balances to your credit report. Despite your credit report showing low utilization, the credit card companies internally see your frequent use of your cards. In fact, that can even be part of your justification as to why you should get a credit limit increase. Because your credit limits are not high enough. You are being responsible and trustworthy by making multiple payments to protect your credit score. When you combine age, payment history, utilization, that's 80% of your credit score that you can focus on while in the garden.
I like it a lot.
While in the garden, it's a great time to remove any inaccurate or derogatory information, also known as weeds, off of your credit report. Real talk, I hate weeds. I'll share my personal example. My credit was clean except for a charge-off for $66 that was 5 years old. After several attempts to remove it, I finally hired a trusted professional to deal with it. It took 6 months to come off. So here are my credit scores with the charge-off. When that charge-off was removed, my scores immediately exploded. That's an average increase of 66 points. That could have made a big difference when I was shopping for the best mortgage rates and a car loan, or even credit card interest rates. My friends, learn from my mistake. If it applies to you, get rid of those weeds. It's almost time to wrap this up. I value your time, so I'll quickly go over some of my favorite things to do while in the credit garden. First, continue to seek soft pull credit limit increases on new and old credit cards. It has the potential to lower your overall credit utilization, which can help your score. You also want to look to secure additional business credit cards that are soft inquiries or will have minimal impact on your score. Not only are you securing more options to help your business, but some of these cards have rewards and allow you to play the business game within the game. Some examples of these soft pull business cards are the Wells Fargo Business Platinum, the GM Business Card, if you know how to get that card on a soft pull, and American Express Business Cards if you already have an established credit relationship with American Express. These are just a few, but there are more. Education. Take time to learn more about personal and business credit. You could use this time to broaden your financial literacy on a variety of topics. Stocks, life insurance, infinite banking. You could join a mentorship program. Financial education is an investment into yourself. Next, help someone else out on their credit journey. Some of the greatest joys I've had being in the garden these last few months has been helping others on their own credit journey. Whether it's giving advice on certain credit cards or sharing my research and analysis, I like seeing people win. We are all here trying to level up. Be a blessing and help others. Teach your kids and your family about using credit responsibly. If not us, then who will? Not being taught about credit is one of the biggest fails of our education system. Don't let others learn the hard way. Help others and let them learn from your example. Lastly, practice self-discipline. It will increase your ability to exercise patience, perseverance, and help you focus on your goals. Now, these are just a few. I hope you found this blueprint on credit gardening helpful. If so, consider sharing it with someone else who you think may benefit from it. Thank you again for your time in visiting the House of OB. At the ready and at your service. Until next time, my friends.